Aloha. The process inward. Discernment. OMG. We are computers. Literally. Get past what you believe a computer is. Man-made, plastic, and it processes data. I'm going to give you 3 points of evidence. One is this. Creation creates in its image. Heard those words before? Look at art, music, and inventions, our most beautiful gifts as humans. What we create reflects only one thing, always the creator. Thus, the creation of a computer reflects its creator. Evidence number 2. Now, a computer processes information in an intelligent way, an organized way. We don't know a lot. Is it possible that the computer is only a robotic toy dog and we are the real life dog? Is it possible that electricity is a toy's neurological synapses? Basically, like our brain electricity. Number 3, inside of you, is it possible that we are biophysical computers processing information? Our only flaw is our software. This is our programming. This metaphor has been used many times as an analogy. I want to use it as a reality, hopefully to show you to press the right buttons. Yes, it is simple, yet it is difficult. You'll get it and you'll lose it. Your processing needs experience and knowledge right now, and over and over and over. We all have an amazing processor. I'm simplifying something you should bless yourself to learn more about. This deep feeling may take some work and some time to realize, but it is there, and it is somehow isn't as strong as your emotions inside. We need to use this in our hardest times. This is our nature, our spirituality. The universe, the soul, the Atman, God, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, all the higher self. This is you, your true nature, your ultimate processing machine. This is consciousness, and this is truth. Think of this also as you're going from an analog system, which is a plug-in system, to a cloud-based system, which permeates all around us. Now, we have been taught by good-intentioned people and some lost souls in fear, and we are running software only, which means all information is processed through this software and only a little gets to you, to your ultimate processor, consciousness. Everything is going through your software. This is your perspective today. You cannot perceive anything other than your software right now. Now, we are computers only for one simple fact. We are basically processing information without our higher self, our souls, or whatever you want to put in here. This is consciousness. We are not computers when we make conscious choices. Most of us are simply running on generations of flawed software. Without knowing, we can only feel our way through things, somehow realizing we need light. We need to perceive. We need to stop reacting and start responding. Any human will realize their potential. While most of us suffer only our software, we hear our ultimate processor, but somehow we still suffer. This friction needs to be repaired. It's simple. You feel bad when you do bad, when you're aware of your actions, and you are aware that you have no one to blame for your choices. You feel good when your actions are good. This is life processor. This is your consciousness, rewarding you for taking care of life, and punishing you only teaches you. Most of us are terrible students, undisciplined, impulsive, reacting. Human nature with fear is always narcissistic. Human nature without fear is humane. There's truth in simplicity. We all have fear, but 99% of our fear are as real as the boogeyman. This is our conditioning and software. This is inside our minds. This is anger, rage, vengeance, etc. At the other, please let me ask you, the ultimate processor, who feels these compulsive thoughts? Isn't it ironic? You feel from your own compulsive mind. You believe your feelings are an accurate description of what's outside your mind and your body. But this is only your software. Your own eyes will show you that the person you are angry at now is the same person you love later. Your experience is simply your own software. Doesn't mean that that person changes or that person feelings don't matter, which is the other. Your truth is that this person's feelings always matter to you. You just aren't conscious of that in a moment. This anger, rage, whatever feeling we're feeling is your own software. Expectations and judgments not being made, many of which you don't live up to. No one can. It's compulsive. This is our ego. It's not logical or real. It's only software. Now breathe, calm, and realize. Respond only in the way you would feel proud about. If you don't know, then know you don't know and do not act. Discernment between belief and knowing takes some time and a lot of practice. But the good news is that you can run everything through your ultimate processor, your consciousness, which runs on choice, pure choice. Processing may take some time to figure out, kind of like figuring out trig or calculus. But you control this body, you control your actions. This is your ultimate processing machine. Action. You may not know how to respond now. Out of discernment, you will. But you can realize and stop reacting right now out of discernment as well. This means don't act. Don't show facial expressions. Don't act through emotions compulsively without simply thinking. You'll probably learn a lot more in time. Why would you change? Well, evidence number 4. You suck at problem solving and you're not conscious of that fact. You may be aware and suffering, but you feel stuck. Look at your actions. When you act out of a reaction, you lose. When you act out of a reaction, you keep pushing away that you want. And when you act out of a reaction, you never solve your problems and start another one without being fully aware. And you feel bad later when you become simply conscious and aware of your actions. Your software or ego sorts this out. You justify your actions, feeling as a victim. You do the best you can with your software, but something in you knows you're full of shit. This is suffering. To know we are the cause of our own suffering, we will naturally grow through this pain. Knowledge and how to perceive things as they are, not as we believe, are the solution. This is discernment. Our suffering is self-created. It is only our software. It is not who you are. It can never be. This is part of you, as you are part of life. Seek to be the whole and not a part. It is the only thing that cures the heart. Cleared hearts enhance our perception to see ourselves. Once we see our actions, we start seeing this world for what it is. Cause and effect, trial and error, knowledge and knowing is something to know, and it's the key to break free of our ego and our software. Truth is a thing we cannot see clearly, yet it is a thing we share. However, at times we are blinded by our subconscious. This is poetic, and you can perceive this inside of you. This is truth. Truth is universal. 1 + 1 = 2 in China and in the ends of the universe. It is expected that religions will talk about truth, possibly with different beliefs or different paths, yet all paths seem to reflect truth. Truth has no patent, ownership, or belief. Truth is simply if you are conscious in a moment, or if you are your subconscious in a moment. The times we are without our minds aware, we see truth clearly. When you can't see truth, you are stuck and unable to believe or process what's right in front of you. This is where we get stuck, repeating over and over the same software. The same question and word comes up in our minds. Why? Why is this happening to me? It's almost like a Roomba hitting itself against furniture over and over and over. This is only because we are not fully conscious. This evidence is a reactive nature versus a curious nature. This is the tell of your software. Be aware and start changing your mind to see if your beliefs are real. If they are real, then guess what? It's not a belief. That is a knowing. Knowing is your personal experience, and it gets better. Belief simply means you don't know. Realizing you don't know, genuinely, you will be amazed by this fact, and soon you'll want to know. This is when you start the blossoming and the curiosity process. This, my friends, is like you turning back into a child. Life is amazing. To believe we know what it is our arrogance. Life is a gift that we can figure out, but we first must have to perceive it accurately. We must enhance our perspective to see life that's right in front of our eyes. Your software is what you're perceiving, what you experience. And yes, there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of hurt people. You may find that you're one of these people. The only way you can help yourself or help anyone that you love in your family is to figure out who you are first. You have to get off this software and start to make decisions consciously for a while. After all, this is simply creating a pause in an input, and consciously think, then output for a while. I heard a fact that all humans' minds is faster than any computer on this planet. It processes the past, present, and future in a blink of an eye. From my experience, this is a reflection of our suffering, to be honest with you. Naturally, we are creative and we're imaginative. Our software is simply two things for you. Your mind is showing you only your memory and imagination. Think it's time you stop acting out your thoughts and try to pause and output to help to solve your problems. When you can process information and solve your problems, or at least respond to them, the friction in your system will go away. The frustration, the anxiety, depression. Aloha.